Greetings, folks. Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill here with the weather forecast update. And so far this fall season, temperatures have been above average across most of the country, especially across the northern plains where temperatures have been 8 to 9 degrees above average. Only the northwest coast has seen below average temperatures. So yeah, may have seen cold in certain times, but hey, we're about 3 or 4 degrees above average. Temperatures right now in the upper 50s to mid 60s across the region, and the dew points are well down into the 30s. I do expect patchy frost to develop overnight. The Weather Service will likely implement a couple of frost advisories across the region. They haven't just yet, but give it some time, they will. We have high pressure in place, and that sprawling high means absolutely no cloud cover. We are continuing to following a major hurricane that is heading for Florida. This is I-75 in Tampa, and you can see there's a little bit of traffic there, but overall not too bad. Mandatory evacuations, of course, underway in the state. The latest on the hurricane, this is Hurricane Milton, winds of 155 miles an hour. It went through a complete eyewall replacement cycle, so it dropped to a Category 4 earlier. Now it's continuing to intensify, likely become a Category 5. As it approaches the Florida coast, it will weaken just a bit, but folks, I guarantee this, there's going to be multiple threats with this storm. Storm surge in excess of 9 feet near the Tampa Bay area, all the way south, and even storm surge anywhere from 3 to 4 feet on the other side of the coast, and that's from an easterly flow from the high pressure that's going to keep us dry. That easterly flow combined with the pressure gradient from Milton will create a storm surge in Jacksonville. The potential for gusty winds that's going to cause extensive power outages and damage, as you can see all across central Florida, the highest gust in the Tampa area, and the threat for heavy rain and tornadoes. So the heavy rain threat localized to central Florida, but besides that extreme event, we're going to have moderate to major flooding across the entire state, as you see from the graphic on the left. And from Tampa south, there's going to be a threat for several tornadoes to break out as the storm makes landfall during the middle part of the week. As for us, we have high pressure in place, and that high pressure is going to keep our temperatures on the chilly side at night. After waking up to patchy frost, we'll see temperatures in the 60s tomorrow, so a stellar sunset today, a stellar sunset tomorrow. The difference in the weather between today and tomorrow is by this time tomorrow, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll have a brisk northwest wind at about 20 miles an hour. As for the ARH More for Appalachia Aches and Pains forecast, the only time the weather is going to contribute to more pain is when another front comes through on Sunday. The pressure will drop significantly, and then on the backside of it start to rise Monday and Tuesday. There's the front I'm talking about. So we have obviously the threat for frost all this week. Warms up significantly this weekend with near record heat, and then the bottom drops out early next week as a cold front comes through. And then guess what? We're back to warm weather just in time for the end of the week. On Sunday, we're actually going to probably rank in the top 3 for extreme temperature changes. We start out near freezing, we end up near 70. The previous record was a jump of 39 degrees, and that was October 30th, 2007, and the weather pattern very similar to what we expect Sunday, warming up significantly ahead of a cold front and then cooling down a couple of days later. So here's your 7-day forecast in a nutshell. We have temperatures in the upper 60s, but it's going to feel colder tomorrow because of the wind gust. Now, Friday I mentioned that big temperature swing after the frost. The humidity is going to be very, very low, so you're going to have to apply hand lotion quite a bit on Friday. The weekend is beautiful. We reach upper 70s on Sunday. We do have a wildfire risk because of the dry ground, the low humidity, gusty winds, warm temperatures, and there's the 50s next week. Yeah, early in the week with lows in the 30s. So brace yourself for a wild ride in temperatures and, of course, barometric pressure when that front comes through late in the weekend. Have a good day.